Hey guys, and I'm back with another video. This is the second part, so I did do this on the same day, but I didn't want to put two videos in one, but this is the second part. So I'm gonna show you up and down the boardwalk area here, how busy it can get on a Saturday afternoon. As you can see, the beach is behind me. It's a beautiful day, as it was, unlike in Copacabana and Ipanema. So I'm fortunate enough that I have great weather to do this video. So let's go and enjoy the video. So it actually turned out to be a pretty busy weekend, specifically on the boardwalk. The beach, not so much. Very windy today too. Água de coco, more expensive here, a little bit. Actually no, same price. $5 seems to be the common price here, especially in the south zone, Zona Sul. If you go to the grocery store to buy them, I think they're like 2 or 3 reais. So if you feel inclined to crack one open at home or on the beach yourself, you can definitely get it a lot cheaper in the grocery store. I believe it's like 3 reais, or sometimes they have 2 for 6 reais or something. There's a lot of people over here. Packed bar. Just so you guys know, the city of Rio has taken away the mask law, so you don't have to use the mask on the street. Only in like indoor places like the mall, restaurants, things like that. However, there's still a incredible amount of people wearing them on the street, so the fear is very high. Oh, this is interesting. This is a homage to Ayrton Senna, which was the race car driver who died. I don't remember the year he died. I think it was like, I want to say the 90s, mid 90s. I'll put it in the information in the video, but I'm pretty sure it was the 90s, like 95. It's quite a long time ago. He's very popular here in Brazil. I think they named even a street after him, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just going to give you guys a look of how bright the sun is, even at this current time, which is 3:30 p.m. Sun sets here relatively early, which kind of is a bummer. So here's the bright sun. I don't know if you can catch me on there, but sun sets approximately 5:30 p.m. So another 2 hours it'll be dark, which is too bad. So I did stay at a Airbnb close by to here during Carnival in 2020, just before all this crap happened. And it was a really, really nice Airbnb, though a little bit of a miscommunication. But it ended up working out. Still busy though, even for 3:30 because it's Saturday. Barra is one of the new, I think it's the newest neighborhood in Rio. I think it was only created like in the last 20 years or so, or less. I think about 15-20 years. I'll double check that, but I believe it's quite recent. And the reason why it's, to me, and I think to a lot of other people, why it's one of the safer neighborhoods in Rio de Janeiro is because it's quite far from the favelas. So you don't get it's not easy for them to kind of get here, you know. They don't, other than like walking, or they spend, because I mean a bus fare or a subway fare is even quite expensive for them, you know. It cuts into the budget, so they don't really make the trek to get here. I noticed that a few years back. So that's why it's considered one of the safer neighborhoods. The closest favela I think to here would be Rocinha, and even that is still, you know, quite a distance. Just gonna walk through here. There's a lot of these kiosks along the way, and they're all pretty much the same. There's just like varying differences. I don't think the prices are much different, especially for like drinks and things. Certain ones will have certain types of dishes, and others will have, you know, types of seafood, things like that. I was actually able to buy a really cheap carrying bag for my camera and things because I'm tired of putting it in my pocket. 20 reais. This bag right here. It's probably a Nike knockoff, but I needed one badly, and I couldn't find one that was like, it's kind of like a side saddle bag, you know. And it cheap, you know, 20 reais for me is like what, $5 Canadian, three less than $4 American. So they're really nice too. There was a vendor over by Cape Ramar. These here, where it says 5, these are called the posts, which is, they have bathrooms that you can use. I don't know whether, it seems to me that they're still charging. Last time I checked, it was, I think, 2 reais, which is what, not even 20 cents or something like that in Canadian US dollars. It's very cheap. So if you really have to use the bathroom, you can go to those places. They have them on all of the beaches. If you're a customer and a bar has a bar or restaurant has a bathroom, like access to a bathroom, I believe it's free now. They used to charge many years ago. Now it's free. In fact, I think that changed last year. I will be taking the subway back home. So if you ever come here and it's summertime or carnival, it's gonna be packed. And even in the evening time, it can be really packed until late, like 1, 2, 3 in the morning. So it is quite the party life here in Baja. And you don't have to be too worried about criminal activity. Not to say don't take precaution, but I wished it had started filming things back in the day when I was here for Carnival, but I was just way too worried to get robbed and stuff. But I figure in life you have to take chances, so screw it. If something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, awesome. I think my apartment that I stayed at was around here. By the way, the beach at Baja is miles and miles long. Like it's enormous. I even did a video cycling, but honestly it would take probably like 40 minutes cycling to get to the very end where Baja and Recreo meet. So it's definitely a very vast and enormous beach. Talking about rents here, I thought about living in Baja, and the rent is probably 20% more expensive than in Copacabana or in Ipanema. I don't know why that is. I think it's because they're newer buildings. It's got to be that. I have no clue. The downside about living in Baja for me would be that it would be so far from everything. You'd have to, if you live really far, you'd have to have a car or be close to the subway or some sort of public transit. That's the only way that it would work. So many people here have golden retriever. Lots of choice here, guys, if you're looking for someone to hang out, pick up. Lots of eye candy too, for sure. I don't know if you can see these buildings in the background, but they're all practically new within the last 20 years. It's That's got to be why it's more expensive here. You're paying for the upgrade. Well, the clouds held up, so the weather is amazing today. I'm so glad. I plan to do various videos here. I also want to go to Rio Beach. There's a lot of different places that gotta film, show you guys around. If you guys are liking the video, hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, if you could do that too, that would be very much appreciated. If you want to learn more about Brazil and learn about Rio, my life here, how it is for a Canadian guy to live here out of his element. I actually don't feel out of my element anymore. I'm quite adapted now to the culture and everything. I've been here so many times, but I will admit at the beginning, a few years back, it was not the easiest. Rio is not an easy place to live. If I wanted easy though, I would just stay in Toronto and just be getting ripped off. Cost of living there is insane. Those two guys were admiring my camera. They said maneiro, which is another word to say cool. Legal, maneiro, the same thing. So one thing I find funny here in Brazil, the Portuguese is like, they have so many different words for the same thing, you know. It's definitely a much diverse language in Brazil. Like, I think it's just they end up coming to conclusions for different words and slang. There's so much slang. It's a tough thing. Slang for me is the toughest, learning the language, without a doubt. Gonna wrap up this video soon. I feel like my legs are gonna fall off. I did so much walking and cycling. It's nearly 4 o'clock. I just wanted to show a little bit more of these kiosks around. Oh, they're doing a barbecue out here. Amazing. So Brazil does have a huge barbecue culture here. Unbelievable. So for those of you that like barbecue and meat and all those things, this is going to be right up your alley. Someone actually complimented me on my Portuguese today. That doesn't happen too often. But every time I speak Portuguese, I try to speak it more with the dialect here. And sometimes the words come out like in European, like in Portuguese from Portugal. So like, oh, you're Portuguese? So I'd say yes, only the fact that otherwise they won't really, I'd have to explain more by saying, well, I'm born in Canada, but my father's Portuguese and this and this and that. So I kind of avoid getting into that kind of conversation, just to save time. I don't really care if they know, especially not in these parts, you know. I did find where my apartment is. It was in by this building here. So I stayed right in this neighborhood. In the next video that I do of Barra, I will show you guys the mall that they have here, as well as this park that's just across the street. So stay tuned for that, guys. It's kind of a hip park, skateboarders and whatnot, people playing sports. So we'll close out the video. Until the next time, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and we will see you in the next one. Ciao.